channel. It's Lex here. If this is your first time seeing my face, go ahead and click the subscribe button down below. And if this is not your first time seeing me, well, hello and welcome back. Today I'm going to just be showing you guys this really quick kind of low bun tutorial that I do. So one of the reasons why I decided to share this tutorial is because whenever I look for low buns, the title is always like sleek low bun for natural hair or whatever low bun for natural hair. And my low buns, I don't really care for them to be super sleek. I don't really care for them to be super whatever. I just like for it to look natural, for my texture to kind of show through because I love my hair texture. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I create that look, then keep watching. So I am starting off on freshly washed and braided hair. I washed my hair and I put it into, I believe, 8 braids, 4 on each side. So yeah, I have 4 on each side, 4 here and 4 here. And the reason why I do my, I like to do my buns when my hair has been in braids and freshly washed is because when my hair is freshly washed and braided, my hair is its most compact. As the days go on and my hair is exposed to humidity and all that kind of stuff, it tends to grow and it's harder to get it back into like a super neat bun. So I like to do it when I freshly have fresh braids like this. And also if I know that I'm going to be doing kind of some stretch styles on my hair, if I'm going for something that's more curly and defined, then I probably won't go from braids to a bun. But for this, it's totally fine. I am going to take my oil to just go ahead and kind of moisturize the hair. The oil that I'm using today is actually not the Softy Growth oil. I repurposed this oil and it is actually Jamaican black castor oil, the peppermint kind. I use very little of this because it's actually super dense, but I'm just going to go ahead and take a little bit of that and re-moisturize my braids. So that's that, and now I'm just going to go ahead and take out the braids.
Bouncing around, bouncing around, bouncing. You can catch me.
Anyway, so my hair is now officially out of the braids. And again, the reason why I like doing my low buns while my hair is like this is because it's easier for me to manage. Now, if you're looking for a more sleek bun, let me know if you want to see a tutorial of that. But this is literally just a textured low bun for natural hair. And so it's already kind of got a middle part, but I kind of want to make that a little more straight. So I'm going to go in with a rat tail comb and make that part a little straighter. The next step is going to be to moisturize, where we're going to be manipulating the hair with a little bit of leave-in conditioner. I'll turn around in the back so you guys can see why this is important. The back of my hair has been sitting in these braids, and so I already have a part, but I'm obviously looking to close that part. So in order for the hair to be a tiny more manipulative, or easily to be manipulated and changed, I'm going to go ahead and use just a tiny bit of my new favorite leave-in conditioner. This is the Form, can you see? It's not going to focus, but this is the Form Beauty Multitask Leave-In Conditioner. I absolutely love this. It is very creamy, has a lot of natural oils. It comes in a spray bottle. Again, this is the mini. It comes in a full size, but it comes in a spray bottle, so that means you can spray it all over your hair. But if you want a little more control over the product, you can just go ahead and spray it into your hands. I'm going to take 2 sprays like that, and as you guys can see, it is like super light. And I'm just going to go ahead and put that in the places where I will be manipulating the hair. So the crown of the head, a couple more sprays, and in the back where I'm going to be pulling the hair to kind of close in that gap. I'm also going to go ahead and put some around my edges and all that kind of stuff, just so my hair can feel kind of moisturized where I'm going to be placing my product to hold. Okay, and as you can tell, my hair is kind of giving itself kind of reverting back just a tad, and that is fine because we want that to be pliable. I used to hate when my hair used to revert when I used to put liquidy things in it, but now I realize that's just my hair telling me that it's healthy and that it loves to get into some water. So now I am going to do my first stage of placing the bun, which is essentially me just putting my hair back. I'm not really focusing on my edges or anything like that. I'm literally just pulling the hair back in the way that I want it to be. And you guys can see, because I had braids in before, there's tons of texture in my hair, and I absolutely love that. This also gives me the opportunity to kind of adjust my hair so that the majority of it is going back into the bun, if that makes sense. Again, we're trying to get rid of that part, so we don't want the majority of the hair to be sitting on the side. We want it kind of in the middle, going back like so. So now that you put in your leave-in conditioner, you can kind of adjust and get to how you want it to be. See, I have some pieces here that are sticking out, so I'm just going to adjust, kind of get a feel for how this low textured bun is going to be. So now we're going to do our initial tie. This is just a large headband. I think it's a, how do you say that? Skunky one or whatever. I went ahead and took that headband and cut it in half, and that's what I'm going to use to lightly and gently secure this just for a second. 2 wraps or 3 wraps around and tying it like so, just so we can focus on these edges. And the reason why I like using that sort of tool instead of a traditional hair tie is because it gives me more control over how tight or loose I want to hold my buns or any other hairstyle, and it's just also gentler on your hair, in my opinion. And if you have thicker hair like me, that's definitely the way you want to go. You will save yourself so much time and money not killing them poor little bands that come in those packages. Okay. Alright, so the 2 things that I'm going to use to lay those edges are my Eco Styler. Oh, y'all can tell I use this. My Eco Styler Black Castor and Flaxseed Oil Gel, as well as my Cream of Nature Perfect Edges. These 2 together are a beautiful combination for me. I love it. I'm also always in the search for like new edge controls and gels and all that kind of stuff, but I like this particular Eco Styler gel because even though it has a 10 hold, it is not as intense of a hold, in my opinion, as the Eco Styler Argan Oil Gel, which is fine for my edges and what I'm trying to do. If I'm doing any sort of defined braid out, twist out, I really don't do wash and goes, but any of those 2, then I will go with the Argan Oil. But for the sake of softer hold that is still holdy enough, I'll use this. But first, there's a method to my madness here. First, we are going to go in with the Cream of Nature Perfect Edges. We're going to go ahead and place that in the center of the part, all the way down and around. As you can see, I'm just placing it in the part and then pushing out to the edges. You guys know how to apply edge control, right? You don't need for me to go into that. The reason why I'm doing this, the reason why I'm placing it here and here and here, is that's where I want my most hold. When I think of a bun that is still formed yet textured, I do want these flyaways to be down, and I also want my edges to be controlled. Take a soft bristle brush and lightly, very lightly, brush that into the hair. We don't want to disrupt the natural pattern of our hair, and we don't want to put too much pressure so that we're not breaking the hair. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that all around. The second step of this is where we're going to take our Eco Styler gel. Now the reason why I put the edge control before I put the Eco Styler gel is so that my hair doesn't feel the need to revert too much. Remember, the more liquid you put onto your natural hair that has been pressed or stretched in any way, it's going to have a tendency to kind of shrink back up, which is fine if that's what you're looking for, but for this purpose, in having a really formed and kind of cute little textured bun, we are only going to use a tiny amount of the Eco Styler on top of the edge control. Perfect. So now we have an initial form, and as you can see, since we only applied the product here, we still have so much texture in the actual ponytail. So all I'm doing now, I have taken down my hair tie, and all I'm doing now is literally taking my hands and pulling back gently but firm enough that I get a good hold. The ponytail that I'm looking for now that my edges are laid. However you want it to be, take the end of it, and I kind of take the end and hold it with my palm right there, and then I start twisting to kind of secure it. Now my palm is still holding the other end, so I get enough tightness, enough tension with the band that I need. Look how cute! It's so cute! The next thing I'm going to do is focus on my edges one more again, and that is going to be with our argan oil and toothbrush. I'm just going to go ahead and place my satin scarf onto the top of my head, and then we're going to work on fixing the actual bun part of the hair. So this is the part where we sculpt our extra bun. If you are a girl who loves your sock bun, this is the time for you to go ahead and grab that sock bun and get it together. But for me, again, since we're doing a more textured look, we want to make sure that we keep that beautiful texture of our hair in the bun itself. So what I'm going to start doing now with my hair is dividing it in two sections. Again, guys, my hair has been braided, so it's already super compacted, so this is really easy to do. So I'm going to take this first side and start rolling and tucking. Holding, rolling, and tucking. Rolling and tucking. And at this point, I'm going to grab a hairpin and start pinning as we continue to roll and tuck. So we're securing what we've already done, but we're continuing to roll and tuck the hair like so until we get the desired vibe. So that's it. If you're looking for a gentler way to kind of manage your hair, this is super gentle. You're not putting anything in it. You're literally just rolling it and tucking it in a gentle way, just using a couple pins. So now listen, had my hair already been super big, I would not have been able to do that easily. So that's why it's important to either be in a stretch style or some sort of compacted style for your hair to get that kind of result. So I'm going to wait for like 10 minutes and just kind of make some coffee or something, and then I'll be back for the final reveal. Hey guys, so it's been about just 5-7 minutes. I was like, I don't kind of want coffee, so I'm gonna just take it off. But so this is the final look, as you guys can see, and this is just so simple. And I did not actually go back in and redo my edges like I thought I was going to have to, because they kind of laid perfectly to kind of how I like them. But if you were somebody who didn't like the way they kind of settled under the scarf, you can go ahead and move them with that toothbrush and the edge control and get it together for yourself. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thumbs up if you enjoyed this quick little tutorial on this gentle textured bun. I personally feel like your hair journey should be gentle and exciting and still very chic. So I feel like this kind of does all of that. If you have any comments or anything, leave them below in the description box. Do you like more of a sleek bun or a textured bun? Are you not sure what kind of bun girl you are? Let me know in the description below, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.
Catch me. Right now.